Well, here we go again. Tea, dog, cat, life is good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Yes, what do you want? And as by cue, a cat miraculously appears. It's like the guy in Mr. Ben with the shop owner suddenly miraculously appearing on cue. Oh, I'm in a bit of shit, Mr. Ben. Oh, hello, sir. Yeah. That's top tucker. Right, so I've been out downtown today. I have been down... Oh, my glasses. Looks like somebody's crapped all over my glasses. Just give me a second. Oh, blue eyes. Been out downtown today. The idea was to take the Red Komodo downtown and give it a good bash in, shall we say. When I got down there, it was McWindy. Yes, if McDonald's sold a burger, that's what it would be called. It'd be beans, Mexican bean salad. Oh, it was windy. It was supposed to be a really nice day, but it turned out to be sort of gusting up to 40 miles an hour, which is gas mark 8 in old money. There you go. So that's one of those things. Don't look at the lights, Bob. Oh, these big lights just up there, and I keep looking at them. And I look at the lens. Yes, lens, hello. Anyway, so life is good at the moment. I've got some footage for you. I'm going to play that now. So here is Sidmouth in its glory. A lot of people come down here to surf. It's beautiful surfing weather, I've got to be honest with you. Very windy though out there. Got a lot of waves. We're not talking about Australian style waves, but it's okay. These groins in the background were put in to help break the waves coming in. Now, a group of kids just walked past me. They're from the international school. They come down here and they come down to learn English. Unfortunately, they don't learn manners. So a lot of them are all running around shouting at each other, being idiots, really pushing people out of the way. But yeah, can't complain. Brings people in. This is the seafront, obviously. When the tide goes out, it is absolutely amazing. You can get all the way up to the rocks. Anyway, so there you go. There's my little outside today. Well, there you go. It's still the same thing, but I've just inserted, Anyway, as the lady who went to the news agents and said, I'd like to put a congratulatory into the newspaper, and she said, finally, I'm pregnant. And the guy behind the counter says, how many insertions? And she said, 3 times a week for 5 years. Get some tea. So good afternoon. It's been a yicky week. Sort of yesterday. I hate Wednesdays. For some reason, Wednesdays and I don't get on. Wednesdays is one of those things where you go, oh my word, I don't like Wednesdays. Yeah, it's been... Oh, I've got to be honest with you. Some days you just go, oh, this is fantastic. Like today. Today's Thursdays. Brilliant. Yay, good old Thursdays. Been down shopping, got some eggs. Oh, these eggs are top tucker. And got some cheese from the cheese shop. I think it's about 18 quid later, 2 pieces of cheese. But my word, they are delicious. There's something right in the middle. No, it's okay. It's a hologram. Bits on the lens. So everything was fine. Took the dog for a long walk. When we got out of the van, she decided she would spend 20 minutes trying to find a leaf to pee on. Dog, just a second. I need to slurp. Can't be. It is definitely tea. You can't see that in it, but it is definitely tea. It's not alcoholic. So, took the dog to the vets yesterday, who will remain nameless. Not that they don't do a great job. Luna... Oi! Stop it. She's sitting there scratching everything. scratching the chairs, and he's saying, yes, scratching the chairs, scratching everything. Anyway, so took the doggy to the vets, and there we go. So we take the dog to the vets, and yeah, it's okay. Yes, what? Luna's got a cyst on the top of her head, just there. I think I told you last week, and it was the size of a small balloon, so probably about the size of my thumb. Yeah, and every so often, let's get this into context here. So it's about that big, really. Okay, so it's red and it's shiny, and that's all there is. Hey, don't bite me. And so a month ago, I took her to the vets, and the vet said, oh, we've got to have a look at this. Let's have a look. And they did a full health check of the old hound, and she got a syringe out, stuck it in, and pulled out about 1 centilitre or something of fluid. Not a lot, sort of a little bit of fluid. And I said, well, I need to bring her back. So I paid me 60 quid or whatever it was, 55 quid. So I took the dog down this month to have it sucked out. I know it sounds a bit rude, but all she needed to do was put the syringe in, pull the plunger out, give the dog a biscuit, and that was it. So first of all, she put the syringe in and slipped. So, I mean, first of all, the dog can't feel anything, or if it is, it's not making any, it doesn't go like she normally does when she gets a jab. So the needle went in, the vet slipped, dropped the syringe, and this stuff just went like a fountain going off. All the pressure inside this cyst was, because it just went in her face and down her, and she was going, oh, it's all over my face and down my chin, and I was like, it's a good job there's nobody outside of this door, or they'll think we're up to something. Anyway, so she gets the syringe, puts a new needle on it because the old one touched the floor, puts it in, pulls all the fluid out. That was it. 3 minutes max. We're in the vets for. You went in, you put the syringe in, dropped it, put another needle on, all that, said goodbye. Good dog. 45 quid. All right, even at 5 minutes, that's £540 an hour. I said, what, for 30 seconds work? Well, that's the minimum price. So I said, so yes, they shan't be named. Normally, if they're a good vet, I'll tell them, and they are pretty good, but their pricing policy stinks like Baby Herman's diapers. Bit of a cut from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but there you go. So dog is happy. My wallet is £45 less. It's okay. My pension is kicked in, so yay, I'm okay with that. So my pension's in, and I'm a happy man. But 45 quid for 3 minutes work. I thought that was too much. That's more than the solicitors get. I think solicitors sort of charge £350, £400 an hour. Well, there was a couple of years ago, there was a solicitor who billed his clients. It was like over 1,000 quid. And he said, can I see your timesheets? And the solicitor said, well, no, you don't. I'm not giving you that. He said, well, how can you charge? He said, oh, I went to lunch. And because I was thinking about your case while I was at lunch, I billed the time of my lunch to you. Yeah, right. So that was reversed quite quickly, but there you go. So, beautiful day, happy. Got my tea. Nearly gone now. I made pie last night, and I haven't made this for a long time. And I call it a St. Clement's, and it's apples, oranges and lemons. And it was absolutely scrumptious. It really was. I've told you about my pastry, so I always use caster sugar to roll the pastry out. Instead of mixing the sugar into the pastry, I use it to roll it out. And I tell you what, that was one of the best pies I've made. That was lovely. I used black sugar and everything, or this muscovado sugar. and it was so good. Use Bramley apples. Use Bramley apples. That's important, unless it's too sweet. But it was delicious, absolutely fantastic. I cannot say, I sat there and I could have eaten the whole pie. And this is a good, what, 10, 12-inch pie dish. Stunning, really good. It's a deep one as well. So, stunning. I use 14 ounces of pastry, by the way. For some reason, I do everything in grams apart from pastry. When I'm making pastry, it has to be in pounds, shillings and pence. So there you go. Now I want 14 ounces of flour, 7 ounces of unsalted butter. There we go. Oh, yoy. Totally unscripted. Yes, we're all unscripted today. So there we go. Now I've got another bit of footage to show you. I like musical stuff. I've been a musician most of my life. Sometimes amateur, sometimes semi-pro. I've never got it. Oh, I've been paid for it, yeah, but not like a professional. But anyway, so I've played in blues, jazz, ska bands. Yes, ska bands, I told you that. So I have a Hammond and a whole range of electronic keyboards. I've got an old 1977 Korg MS-20, one of the very first issues to come out. It's even got the old filters and it is superb. I recapped it, took all the capacitors out and replaced them, so it's a lot better. What else? And yeah, I've got a couple of I've got a DX7 and another 3 DX7 engines, TX7, TX802. The sound is phenomenal. And I've got a Moog. I have a mini Moog, or a Moog Voyager OS, old school. So there's no MIDI, there's no nothing, and it's all analog, but there's digital bits in it. So anyway, right, and that goes through a Lexicon reverb. Anyway, the sound is phenomenal. Now, one of the instruments I should have bought when I was a young sprog, but I didn't have the money, was, because it was £10,000 back in 1978, 79, was a Korg PS3300. One went on eBay about a year ago for £77,000, something like that, in the 70s. Now, Cherry Audio have brought out a plugin, or a soft synth. Now, this is no way am I sponsored by anyone. That would be nice. Anyway, so I saw this review on the old TubeU, and I went and bought this soft instrument. And you can actually, and it works on the Mac, it's fine. Let me just shift myself up. Oh, a burp. And the sound, oh my word, the sound is phenomenal. So I'm going to insert a little bit. Right, there you go. That was the Korg PS3300 soft synth from Cherry Audio. My God, it's complex, but brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. So I'll give you a tour of the studio once I've cleaned it up a bit. I've got a Korg ES50, which I've had since 1979, which is needs a bit of repairing. So I used to have the circuit diagrams for it, and it's all gone, hasn't it, Kat? Yes. So I shall have a play with that. But once that's, I'll show you around the studio. It's quite, it's quite decent. Got an Oberheim MC2000 with a sound card. Oh, we had a fight about that one. Oh, I tell you, I bought it from a place called Turnkey. Turnkey Music, and it's just off of Cambridge Circus on, leading up to Tottenham Court Road. It's where all the music shops are, Denmark Street, stuff like that. Anyway, I bought this MC2000 Oberheim, and all it was a MIDI keyboard. No sound, no nothing, just a MIDI keyboard, fully weighted, 88 notes. And I used to plug it into a, what was it? EMU Proteus, something like that, Proteus 2000. And it was fantastic. But a couple of years after I bought it, I wanted to upgrade it because there was a sound card you could buy. So you could actually buy a card and you plugged it in, it's a daughter board, you plugged it into the keyboard, and every time it booted up, you had all this memory and you got all the sounds. So I went to them, they said, oh, we don't make it anymore. So we don't sell it anymore. So I said, oh, okay. So I wrote to Oberheim saying, do you think I could possibly buy one off you? Oh, the battles that we had. Oh, it just went on and on and on. Eventually got one, but they were like threatening to sue me. It's like, well, why would you do that? It's like, because I said, if you do that, I'm going to tape Oberheim up on the back of the keyboard. Oh, we're going to take you to court. And it's like, I want to buy something off you. Oh, yes, you do, don't you? All right, we'll send one over. And I bought it. And it's quite good. It's a good piano reproduction. But one of my keys is now sticky. The G5, something like that, G4, G5 it doesn't work. So I've got to take it to bits and clean all the pads out again. I think G went last time, actually. Anyway, the cat is licking its bumhole. Oi, don't do that, you'll go blind. So, right, I think that's about it. What have we got on this week? Well, not a lot. Going to make some fish cakes for tea. Got some smoked haddock, got some potatoes, some parsley, some cream, lots and lots of breadcrumbs, and an egg, all three. And we're going to make some fish cakes with some beans and a nice little bechamel sauce with the smoked haddock and a little bit of saffron. Yummy. So I do like my cooking, I do. Anyway, so this is the end of Bob Unscripted for another week. It's 4:30. She who must be paid will be coming home soon and demanding all sorts of things that wives demand. So until next time, this is Bob signing out. Good night from Sidmouth.